Hi everyone, this is Tuplex. Welcome back. Today I would like to work on increasing our circuit production. But before we get into too much of that, we're going to need more copper. We're still running on only 2 of the 4 copper lines that we should have. Here's an attack. Let's see where that is. Okay, looks like we're okay there. Alright, so the first thing I want to do is make 2 more copies of these copper smelting lines. Alright, so we'll start with this one. I'll remove the radar, and the rest of that looks pretty good. Alright, so we'll paste down. Let's get rid of these belts. I need to check my coverage. Okay, I don't have robot coverage over here. So we'll need to put a couple more roboports so that the construction bots can get over there. Let's see. Alright, I'll put one there. Okay, I'm going to have to go to the iron outpost and do some repairs here fairly soon. And then we'll put another one right there. And then to get to the other side, I'm going to need to put a roboport there. And it's going to go on the path, obviously, but there's not much choice here. I suppose if I do this again, it would be better to plan for some roboports in the layout. But I didn't think of that when I was putting this together. Yeah, I think I can use this space here. Alright, so let's put another one right there. Alright, well, let's see how this fits. So there's 1, 2. Alright, that'll be good. That'll be the last stop for the coal. Alright, let's see here. Alright. I want my personal bots to stop doing the work here so that I don't have to wait for them to come back to me. But at the same time, if I take the roboports out of my armor, then they're gonna have to be recharged again. And since I don't have the fusion thing yet, the fusion reactor, I don't want to do that. Yeah, we might be short on furnaces. It says we're missing 96. So I think we're going to have to make a few more of the furnaces, which we can do right here. I'll have to move that. Alright, yeah, steel furnaces, they just take steel and brick. Alright, and then we'll put a requester chest, which I don't have, or a passive provider, I should say, not a requester. Let's see, can I make one? Yeah. There we go. And I'll just limit this to 1 stack so that we don't overproduce too many of them. There we go. Okay. All right, so now we've got 2 more smelting lines that are slowly getting put together, and we need to bring up more copper. So if we go over here, looks like we could get, we could bring up at least 2 more lines of copper. We may need a copper outpost because I'm not sure if the amount of copper ore that I've got is going to be sufficient to fill 4 belts. I'm thinking it probably won't be. Here, let's do this in an easier way. Oh, okay, looks like the construction robots are going to do some of this. Okay, well, they're still not getting through the walls, which is good. Okay. Put that there, that goes there, and then we'll have another one here. Okay, let's see. We can remove some of these drills. That one's mined out. These are all doing fine. These are mined out, I think. No, they're not mined out. I just have a full belt. Yeah, so I've got 1 belt that's oversaturated, and then I have 3 that are undersaturated, I would say. So let's bring this one up here. That'll help improve the throughput a bit. Okay. And everything's flowing, so I think my belts got completed here. Good. Bots are doing a good job. Okay, out of belts. And I don't know why I have so many yellow belts, but I need to get rid of some of these. All right, here come my belt delivery guys. Okay, so once we finish getting the copper set up, what I'll need to do is get that hooked up to this, well, get it hooked up to the bus. But then I want to also increase my production capacity of circuits, both green and red, since they're still not fully built up yet. Okay, there's that one. And that one. And looks like we need power over here. There. Okay, and coal is a bit of a problem here too. I think we can fix that by just adding more mining drills, since these belts are not quite full. All right, looks like these two are mined out. All right, so we'll just add some more drills here on the coal. All right, I'm gonna have to switch over to steel poles. There we go. And then we'll add some more here too. Okay, let's see how many I've got on this side. 32. Yeah, that's more than enough to fill a yellow belt. So I think this will give us enough coal to keep all the smelting running. Yeah, looks like we got enough there. But as we can see, we don't have enough copper ore coming in. So that means, whoops, first let me put my radar and my turrets back down here. Don't want to forget that. Okay, good. All right, so let's get those copper lines hooked up to the bus. We also need to check on power. That was something else we saw in the last episode that was running short. Looks like we're okay right now, but our research seems to have slowed down a bit. And we are not getting any purple science at all. And that's because I'm not getting any green circuits down there. Okay, yeah, so that's a bit of an issue. And like I said, we need to expand green circuit production as well. I think we said we needed 50 something of them last time. I'll have to check the calculations again. $54, $56, something like that. Anyway, what I'm going to do is just I'm going to add another complete section of green circuits. There. Okay, so now we've got all of our main base smelting complete. So let's build up this green circuit build again. And I'll just copy this whole thing and put it up here. And I'm going to need to get some stone brick so I can put in the walkway. Let's get rid of this copper ore. And I'm gonna start auto trashing wood and stone. So we put those in there and set the quantity to 0, and that way everything that we pick up will get automatically picked up by our bots and taken away. Stone brick, right. I added a buffer for steel. I'm not sure if I had that on camera or not. And I should probably replace those with provider chests. That way we can always get steel on the network if we need it. Alright, I'll just get 1,000 stone. That should be enough. Do I have any wall? No. I can make some though. Once I finish with this, we'll take a trip over to the iron mine so that we can do some repairs on the defenses over there. Alright, so that'll get our copper brought up. And then we need the iron to go up. There we go. Okay, and then we can stop that there. Yeah, and then here we can just put that directly in there. Okay, yeah, and we're not getting enough copper. Could see that already. None of it's even making it to that third section. So, yeah, we'll have to set up a copper mine so that we can get more copper brought in here. Okay, let me... I'm going to take a blueprint from here to there, just so I can see where the end of this path needs to go. There. And we'll put a couple turrets up here. All right, so that should be it on the green circuits. Okay, so actually I'm not sure if more copper is going to help us or more copper ore, because these belts are full to begin with and they're not making it all the way to the top. That seems to be the real problem. I'm making enough copper plate, I'm just not getting enough of it up to those circuits. So let me check my calculator here real quick. And let's see. Uh-oh. All right, let's go take care of that. I think I'm going to have to get another belt of copper going up to the green circuits. 2's not enough. And I know that I have enough. I know that 4 lines of copper is enough for the entire base. But I don't necessarily know that 2 lines of copper is enough just for the green circuits. Right, so we'll make an adjustment here. I'll just use a splitter off of these other 2 belts to get another. I'll run 2 more copper lines up the sides. And we'll splice it in about halfway down. All right, this needs to be upgraded to red, of course. At least to the point where I've got my splicing done. Okay. Okay, and then we'll do another one down here. But we'll pull that off of the 3rd belt. There we go. Okay, and then we'll bring this all the way up here. Whoops. And then halfway down, the second one, we'll splice that in. Okay, and it looks like I didn't put modules down here yet. So let's do that. That'll help with the copper as well, since these machines will slow down a bit. It'll allow more to get past. Okay, so let's see how we're doing now. That's better. Excellent. Okay, great. Yeah, so let's look at our production graph for green circuits. This is for the last 10 minutes, so we can see that we've got a definite increase in productivity, or production, I should say. All right, so that looks good. Now let's see how our copper lines are doing throughout the rest of the base. Okay, now these belts are full, I think just because they've accumulated a lot of plates in the furnaces, whereas we haven't down here. Yeah, and here we can see that the ore is not coming in fast enough. All right, so let's look at setting up a copper mine. Actually, there's a huge one right here. So I think we'll just tap into this one, bring the belts over, and then splice it into the existing belts that we've got. And I think we can get that done before we finish the episode here. Of course, we'll need to set up a train eventually, but with this big patch right here, I think we don't need to do that just yet. This is close enough that we can take care of it. I'm going to grab some landfill so we can fill in those few water spots. All right, I think that'll be enough. All right, looks like some of our stone is getting cleaned up, which is good. You can pick those up, pick that one up. That one's mined out. All right, so we're getting our path cleaned up here. Okay, good. Yeah, let's do nuclear fuel reprocessing. Nah, we don't need that just yet. We'll do logistic slots. That'll come in handy. All right, so I'll just fill these in. That way I don't have to try to place my mining drills around those little water holes. All right, so, yep, right there. I guess that's a good place to start. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set up 12 mining drills on each side, like this. I'll place power poles. Oops. And then I'll just make a blueprint of that and use that to cover the rest of the ore patch. Right, and then if I shift this over by three drills, everything should line up just right. All right, let's see. think my night vision is not working. My batteries are dead. So once I get high-tech science, I think the first thing I'm going to build is the personal fusion reactor. That'll help a lot. Okay, and one more there. There we go. So let's see if we can extend our RoboPort coverage down here so that the bots in the base can help out. All right, let's see. How far is that extending? Not quite far enough. So we'll put some more RoboPorts out here. Yeah, we'll put one right there. And then we'll need one on the other side as well. And we'll clean up some of this extra stuff while we're over here. Okay, and otherwise that looks pretty good. Okay, so we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Looks like 9 belts coming in here. And we're still not completely covered. Okay, now it's all covered. And of course we'll have to put some defenses around here. And we'll probably need another radar as well. So we'll put a radar down here at the bottom. And I'll just put down a few turrets around the edges. I'll probably want to put down a few more drills in a couple places here, but for the most part this looks pretty good. Okay. Good. So I'll wait for this to get built. I'll run all these into an 8 to 8 balancer, at which point I'm only going to take 4 belts out, because actually I can do an 8 to 4 balancer. And then I'll take 4 belts out. I'll run those over to where these other copper lines are, and then I'll do another 8 to 4 over here to get those all put in. And then at that point we should be in good shape on copper in the starter base. So I'll work on that offline and show you how it looks when we come back in the next episode. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. Talk to you next time. Bye-bye.